With the new orders from the Supreme Court, the state now has 21 days to file a proper appeal for the matter to be dealt with at the Supreme Court. The grounds of appeal include the named defendants in the National Court were not given proper documents to respond to the initial proceedings.
That also means that the National Executive appointed Commander of the PNG Defence Force is Major General Goina, and he remains as the remains as the commander, and without question. And I have with me the order signed by His Honor Justice Hudson yesterday, and effectively that's what the order says.
This court proceedings resulted from an urgent application filed by outgoing PNGDF Commander Major General Gilbert Toropo on the 31st of December 2021. That proceeding resulted in a National Court stay order that allowed Toropo to remain as Commander of PNGDF. However, yesterday the Solicitor General and his legal team were successful in obtaining permission to appeal that decision.
The independent state of Papua New Guinea was not named as a defendant and therefore bypassed. And so the orders were obtained without affording any natural justice or any sort of right to be heard to the NEC, to the Attorney General, or even to the state. And as the Solicitor General, as the principal legal advocate of the state under the Attorney General's Act, it's my responsibility to make sure that there is stability and within the administrations of each of the state institutions, including the PNG Defence Force.
NEC appointed PNGDF Commander Mark Goina, while welcoming the Supreme Court's decision, say 2022 is an important year for the national government, and he is legally entitled to discharge functions of the PNGDF Commander.
I am now legally entitled to the NEC appointment and have the liberty to discharge the functions of the Commander PNGDF.
Representing the Defense Council, Defense Secretary John Akipe said the change in the PNGDF commander was based on reasons of national election security.
So you have a situation where when the outgoing or when the commander's term expires, there won't be a government, although there will be a caretaker government. That caretaker government will not have the equal power. Soljan would correct me on that one, to do an appointment to a constitutional office like the commander of the Papua Defence Force. Having considered all these, the Defence Council, in its wisdom, decided to recommend to the NEC for the necessary changes in the interest of national security. And the Defence Council was very responsible in the decision to trigger the change.
Not much was said about the way forward for PNGDF, but when EMTV News asked about the commander's address to the troops in preparations for the national election security, this was the new commander's response.
I will, at a later time, I will be delivering my speech, which I will touch on the elections, as well as before the men and women of the PNGDF go out to support the police for the elections. Those will be the time when I will officially make those statements.
A proper handover of the commander's office will be held once the commander's stand down is lifted. But in the meantime, Commander Goina has asked for the commitment and support from members of the PNGDF. Thekla Jogo, National EMTV News.